What's up, guys? NBA talk. I'm sweating right now because it's blazing outside. It's blazing here. There's nowhere to run. So I'm gonna do the best I can. Another off-season video. We last time we did the Chicago Bulls. This time we're doing probably the most controversial team coming out of the off-season of this year. The Golden State Warriors. Yeah, them. Um, Golden State Warriors coming off the best season in NBA history with 73 wins. Going to the finals back to back, facing the Cleveland Cavaliers back to back. Ended up losing this time to Cleveland. So now they're trying to bounce back for a third straight year, which hasn't been done in a couple years. Well, actually, since the Miami Heat with LeBron James and stuff. So, who did they gain in this offseason? Who? Who from free agency, who did they get? Of course, if you haven't been living under a rock, we all know who that person is. And it's got people a whole bunch of upset, including me. The Golden State Warriors were able to get Kevin Durant, the guy of OKC, one of the top players in the world, probably the top scorer, yes, the top scorer in the NBA right now. Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors, the team that beat them in the conference finals of the West Coast. So this pretty much makes them a mega super team of the highest order that we have never seen before, because we're probably going to see the highest scoring we've ever seen in our lifetime, unless they could work together, which I will leave that for later. So they got Kevin Durant. They were also able to re-sign a couple of guys. Ian Clark re-signed. James Michael McAdoo re-signed. And Anderson Varejao, the king of flopping. The former Cavaliers joining the dark side. Anderson Varejao back. They were able to get two others that I never which if they had not done this, I would have called out for a weakness in the Golden State Warriors, and which I would say one of the biggest issues the Golden State Warriors faced in the finals was the lack of big men. It showed when Andrew Bogut went down. By the way, he's gone. I will leave that for the players lost. Well, might as well say he's gone. He's gone to Dallas. They traded him. But when he went down and could not play in the finals, the weakness started to show because there was no one to stop LeBron James and Kyrie Irving in the paint. They were just dogging them. Stephen Curry is getting light up by Kyrie Irving all over the place. It's just crazy. And this going into this off season, this was a definite weakness for them. How they're going to protect the rim down low, because they don't really have anybody other than Draymond Green who could possibly, not for sure, but possibly guard the rim, but have no one else. So they got some guys down low. Zaza Pachulia from the Dallas Mavericks, he's probably one of the most improved players of this year, truly. And then you have David West from the San Antonio Spurs. He really wants that ring, really does. So I would honestly say they pretty much almost safeguard that weakness by a couple much. I wouldn't say all the way, but just small. There's also been reports in the past that they were signing Ray Allen, the legendary Ray Allen, the future Hall of Famer, one of my favorite players of all time. He disappointed me when he did this. Decided to come out of nowhere after a couple of years. He could have joined any team. He decided to join the Golden State Warriors, and I'm like, damn, man, you just all of a sudden want to come out and play, and you want to play with this badass team. As soon as Kevin Durant comes in, as soon as all these guys come in, you just pop out of nowhere and just like, yo, let me join that team. I want a ring. I want my third ring. Goddamn, man. Ray Allen, man. So that's it for the games. Well, they got a couple of draft picks. Damian Jones, McCaw, but nothing to really look at. So let's look at the loss pile because there's a lot. So here it is. Probably the most noticeable loss is Harrison Barnes. He went to the Dallas Mavericks, signed a $90 million contract. Of course, they couldn't really sign this dude if they were going after Kevin Durant. They could not sign this dude, so they had to let him go. The potential was still there. We don't know, even though he went to bed in the finals of this year. Who knows? He might become a star, true star, with the Dallas Mavericks. So he was a loss. Leandro Barbosa also got lost. His shooting gone. He's going to Phoenix this time, right? I think he was a former Phoenix player at one point, so he's going back to Phoenix. They also lost Festus Ezeli. He's going to Portland, which Portland I will talk about in a future off-season video for sure. They lost Brandon Rush to Minnesota Timberwolves, and they lost Marreese Speights to the Los Angeles Clippers. And of course, in the trade, like I mentioned earlier, Andrew Bogut going to the Dallas Mavericks in the trade so they could move caps, just pretty much lower the cap so they could get Kevin Durant. So they lost a lot to gain. Well, they gained a whole bunch of firepower for sure coming from Kevin Durant, and they kind of protected themselves in down low with Zaza, Pachulia, and David West, and Anderson Varejao. But I think for sure their bench has truly weakened in a sense of shooting, for sure. Because now it's just Sean Livingston coming off the bench, Andre Iguodala. Not much shooting coming from this team now. Unless Ian Clark and James McAdoo can actually develop good three-point shooting. I think the three-point shooting they're gonna still be one of the top guys in the three-point department. It might come out in number 1, but I don't think it's gonna be as much as they usually do in the past. It's gonna be crazy. Plus, of course, there's some issues. Is pretty much the main issue is how are they going to share the ball? Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson had to take a back seat again, even further, because let's just face it, Klay Thompson, he could be a star, a very superstar in the making if he really wanted to, because he could get as hot as Stephen Curry anytime, and Stephen Curry often refers to him to make the points. But now you have Kevin Durant, and it's going to be very difficult. You're going to look at Draymond Green, who stepped up in the points department. I was thinking they're going to use him even more. Now he's looking like to be a 4th option. It's going to be very difficult to see how this team works out. Of course, this team is very unselfish. They pass the ball a lot. They're almost at San Antonio Spurs level. But it's mostly been Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. We don't know what's going to happen, if their ego is going to allow them to play together. Because if they can, they're going to And I repeat, they're going to fuck everybody up. I repeat, they're going to fuck everybody up. And I don't even think the Cleveland Cavaliers can win this battle. However, I'll say matchup-wise, like for instance, Kevin Durant versus LeBron James. LeBron James has always had this boy number. Kyrie Irving versus Stephen Curry. Kyrie Irving has shown himself to be a force that can actually handle Stephen Curry at times. So we don't know. So they gain a huge firepower in Kevin Durant. Unfortunately, they had to weaken their bench in order to do so. At least in scoring wise, because I don't know what they can do with David West and Zaza Pachulia other than defense and rebounding and stuff. So that's just me. So ups, Kevin Durant, firepower, Zaza Pachulia and David West protection, a little bit protection. Down low, downs. They lost a huge power coming off the bench because they lost a lot of shooting down there with Leandro Barbosa gone, Harrison Barnes gone. Not much protection coming off the bench with Festus Ezeli gone, Marreese Speights gone, Andrew Bogut gone. Pretty much anyone's best guess to actually beat the Golden State Warriors is go big. Regardless of how good this team could be, pretty much in transition, you have to go big in order to get on these guys. That's your best chance. So that's it for me. That's my thoughts on the Golden State Warriors. What do you think about this? I'm out.